Over 1 million people across the Pacific Northwest are without power right now as a dangerous windstorm continues to batter the region. This is an evolving emergency situation that requires your immediate attention if you're in the affected areas. But this current crisis is only part of the story. In about 18 minutes, I'll explain why Christmas week will bring a dramatic shift to record warmth, but first, let me give you the current situation and what you need to do right now. The numbers tell a sobering story. Washington State has 388,000 homes without power at this moment. Oregon has 212,000 homes in the dark. With Texas and several other states also reporting outages, we're now over 600,000 homes affected total. That number has grown from 500,000 just this morning. With an average of 2 people per home, well over 1 million people are dealing with power loss as I speak. High wind warnings cover a vast area shown in brown on weather maps. These warnings indicate wind gusts ranging from 60 to 80 miles per hour, with the Pacific Northwest bearing the brunt of these dangerous winds. But beyond the power crisis, multiple other warnings are in effect that paint a picture of a complex and dangerous situation. Western Montana is under avalanche warnings due to heavy snow combined with wind. Eastern Montana faces blizzard warnings. The higher elevations of Washington's Cascades had blizzard warnings earlier that have since expired, but the life-threatening winds continue across the entire region. Early this morning, the National Weather Service issued a stark warning. Dangerous and destructive wind gusts are forecast, with widespread gusts from 50 to 70 miles per hour across much of the northwest Rockies and northern plains continuing through Thursday. Gusts exceeding 80 miles per hour are expected over and just downwind of higher elevations. The statement warns of numerous power outages, property damage, and dangerous travel for high-profile vehicles. All of these predictions are now coming true. Here's what makes this particularly concerning. More atmospheric river flooding is coming for the remainder of this month. This is not a situation that resolves in 24 hours. The Pacific Northwest faces ongoing threats from multiple directions. For the northern plains, a powerful cold front is bringing the threat of snow squalls combined with high winds. Following periods of snow whiteout conditions will develop across the northern plains tonight into Thursday. Visibility will drop rapidly and persist in areas of blowing snow, making travel extremely hazardous. If you're in this region, understand that conditions can deteriorate in minutes. The Cascades and northern Rockies are experiencing heavy mountain snow below pass levels today, with more coming Thursday. Total snow forecasts call for 1 to 3 feet of accumulation. Power outages and tree damage are possible, and in some cases likely due to the combination of heavy wet snow and wind affecting trees and power lines. This threat continues through Thursday night. Travel impacts are severe. Moderate travel impacts are forecast across a broad area, with major impacts specifically designated for North Dakota. If your travel plans take you through these regions today or Thursday, you need to seriously reconsider. Let me walk you through what's happening and what's coming. Today's storm is bringing significant snow across the northern tier. Late this evening, the system moves across the north-central United States, bringing chances for damaging winds. As we move into Wednesday night and Thursday across the Midwest, more damaging winds will develop, with some snow continuing. The system then progresses from the Ohio Valley toward the northeast Thursday into Friday, generating more storms with damaging winds. The southeast will see storms Thursday evening, extending into Friday toward the northeast. While all of this unfolds, Washington and Oregon face continued storm impacts throughout Thursday. Additional snow is forecast along with significant precipitation. Rainfall amounts of 5 to 10 inches are predicted, with Oregon taking the hardest hit. This heavy precipitation extends across Idaho, western Montana, western Wyoming, and northern California. The European weather model shows the next atmospheric river arriving over the next 6 days, eventually impacting northern California. Beyond that, an even larger storm system looms for early next week, though that's outside the scope of this forecast. Canada will receive substantial snow from this system. For the United States, Montana, the Dakotas, Minnesota, parts of Wisconsin, and upper Michigan will see some snow, but the Northwest will receive multiple feet of accumulation in higher elevations. Now let me detail the wind forecast, because understanding the severity helps you make proper decisions. These damaging winds persist all the way through Thursday evening. Thursday into Friday, the wind threat shifts across the Ohio Valley and through the northeast, but a wide area will still experience dangerous winds. Within the main impact zone, wind gusts of 50 to 60 miles per hour are forecast. Higher elevations could see gusts reaching 70 miles per hour. From Montana and Wyoming across the north-central region, the most damaging winds will occur. Some areas face wind gusts of 70 miles per hour. The most extreme locations could see winds of 80 miles per hour, potentially approaching 90 miles per hour. These forecasts have actually strengthened over the past several days as models have come into better agreement. Thursday morning brings those strong winds along with additional snow. More storms continue across the Pacific Northwest. Thursday evening banding develops along the frontal boundary. This creates the potential for a linear event bringing damaging winds. Thursday across the mid-Mississippi Valley, Ohio Valley, and Great Lakes. Thunderstorms will develop across the southeast, affecting Alabama, Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas late Thursday overnight into Friday. These storms will move across the mid-Atlantic, bringing damaging wind potential with sharply colder temperatures immediately following as the system exits Friday. A clipper system then moves through, potentially bringing additional winds before the next major storm system arrives early next week. As this system moves across the mid-Mississippi Valley and Ohio Valley toward the northeast, it will strengthen through cyclogenesis as it moves into Canada. This will generate 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts to the northeast, possibly 60 miles per hour or more in higher elevations. The latest European model update from this morning confirms much of this forecast. The GFS model consistently shows a pocket of 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts that the European model has not been indicating, but the models align on most other aspects. Some stronger winds around 50 miles per hour may also develop toward Kansas, Oklahoma, and northern Texas. The GFS model has shown this feature consistently in every recent run. Now let me address the dramatic temperature swing that's coming because it's remarkable. We're currently in an above-average temperature pattern across much of the country. A cold front accompanying these strong winds will bring freezing temperatures, even negative temperatures, with very cold wind chills through Friday and into Saturday. The Clipper system then brings additional cold weather extending through the 21st and 22nd. But Christmas week brings a dramatic reversal. From Wednesday into Thursday, from Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, a significant warm-up develops. This is being described as the Great Thaw. This pattern will rapidly melt snow cover, but it will also create flooding concerns as a result. This warm pattern persists through the end of December. Friday morning will bring freezing temperatures across a large area, including negative temperatures. Wind chills will make it feel very cold with readings of -10 to -20 degrees forecast. Single-digit and teen temperature wind chills are expected across the Ohio Valley. The mid-Mississippi Valley will stay frozen with temperatures in the 20s, possibly high teens. Friday's high temperatures will moderate for much of the country, but the north-central region, Midwest Ohio Valley, and interior Northeast will remain frozen. Wind chills will keep it feeling cold all day long, even during afternoon high-temperature periods. Sunday, the Clipper system brings freezing temperatures again across the central United States, north-central region, Ohio Valley, and Midwest. Negative temperatures return along with very cold wind chills before the dramatic warm-up begins. Monday, the cold shifts toward the Ohio Valley, mid-Atlantic, and Northeast, with cold wind chills extending further south across the lower 48. Then Christmas week arrives with its remarkable warm-up. If you're traveling for Christmas, conditions will be favorable across most of the country. Christmas Eve features a significant warm-up. Christmas Day will be even warmer. The day after Christmas remains warm as well. Travel conditions for Christmas and the following days will be good across most regions. The exception is the West Coast and Southwest, where a major storm system develops during the first days of next week, extending through Christmas Eve. For the rest of the country, travel conditions Christmas Eve through Christmas Day will be favorable. Let me provide specific guidance for each affected region because your actions today and tomorrow matter. If you're in the Pacific Northwest, particularly Washington and Oregon, you're in the middle of this emergency. If you still have power, prepare for the possibility of losing it. Have flashlights, batteries, and alternative heating sources ready. If you have a generator, ensure it's properly positioned outside with adequate ventilation. Never use a generator indoors. Secure or bring inside any loose outdoor items immediately. Anything in your yard can become a dangerous projectile in winds of this magnitude. This protects not only your property, but your neighbors as well. Patio furniture decorations, garbage bins, anything not firmly anchored needs attention now. More atmospheric river flooding is coming, so if you live in flood-prone areas, review your evacuation plan. Know your routes and have supplies packed if you need to leave quickly. Avoid unnecessary travel, especially through mountain passes where conditions are particularly hazardous. Power restoration may take days in some areas, so prepare accordingly. Northern Plains residents, especially in North Dakota, Montana, and Minnesota tonight into Thursday, is your critical period. Whiteout conditions from blowing snow will make travel life-threatening. Wind chills will be dangerous. If you must travel, pack emergency supplies in your vehicle, including blankets, food, water, flashlight, first aid kit, and ensure you have a full tank of gas. Even better, avoid travel during this period entirely if possible. Midwest residents, particularly in the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes region, your wind threat spans Wednesday night through Thursday. Secure outdoor items now if you haven't already. Prepare for possible power outages with flashlights, batteries, and alternative heating methods ready. Friday morning brings the coldest temperatures with dangerous wind chills. Limit outdoor exposure during this period. For the Ohio Valley, Mid-Mississippi Valley, and Great Lakes, Thursday's thunderstorm line could produce damaging winds. Ensure you have multiple ways to receive weather warnings. A weather radio is particularly valuable during severe weather events. The severe weather window will be relatively brief but requires your full attention. Southeast residents in Alabama, Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas, thunderstorms Thursday evening into Friday could produce damaging winds. Stay weather aware during this period. Have a plan for where you'll shelter if warnings are issued for your area. Mid-Atlantic and Northeast residents, your impacts arrive Friday with damaging winds followed by sharply colder temperatures. Travel Friday morning could be significantly affected. Plan accordingly if you have Friday travel. Looking toward Christmas week, the warm pattern means excellent travel weather for most of the country except the southwest and west coast, where that storm system will be active. The dramatic warm-up will rapidly melt existing snow cover, which creates flooding potential in areas with significant snowpack. If you're in an area with substantial snow on the ground, currently monitor local forecasts for flood warnings as we approach Christmas. This current emergency demands your immediate attention. The power outage situation is already severe and could worsen before it improves. The wind threat is real, ongoing, and dangerous. The Northern Plains face life-threatening travel conditions tonight into Thursday. Multiple regions will experience damaging winds through Friday. After this dangerous period, Christmas week brings that remarkable warm-up with generally favorable conditions for holiday travel across most of the nation, though the West Coast deals with an incoming storm system. For now, focus on safety during this current emergency. Take the warning seriously, secure your property, avoid unnecessary travel in severely affected areas, and prepare for extended power outages if you're in the hardest hit regions.